Okay, so, who actually wrote the Bible? It's one of the most influential books ever, but the answer isn't simple. In fact, the Bible is more like a library than a single book. Trivia time. Did you know the Bible has been translated into over 3,000 languages? That's more than any other book in history. Let's start with the basics. The Bible is split into two big parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament, or Hebrew Bible, was written over hundreds of years, starting as early as 1200 BCE. Most of it was written in Hebrew, with a dash of Aramaic thrown in. It has everything from poetry to law codes, epic stories, and prayers. Here's a fun fact. The shortest verse in the Bible is just 2 words, Jesus wept. So who wrote it? Well, it wasn't just one person. Think priests, scribes, and storytellers, passing down tales for generations, then finally writing them down. For example, the first 5 books, known as the Torah, are traditionally linked to Moses. But historians say lots of anonymous writers and editors were involved, piecing together older texts and oral stories. Now the New Testament. This part was written in the 1st century CE, mostly in Greek. It's got the 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which tell the story of Jesus. Each was written by a different author, decades after Jesus lived. Another trivia. The longest book in the Bible is the Book of Psalms, with 150 chapters. Then there are letters from early Christian leaders like Paul, who wrote to different communities across the Roman world. And again, there's some mystery. Some letters were probably written in Paul's name by later followers. Here's the wild part. For centuries these writings floated around separately. Only later did people gather them together and decide which ones counted as the Bible. And did you know? The Bible was one of the first major books ever printed using movable type, the Gutenberg Bible, in the 1450s. So, the Bible is a patchwork of voices, real people, living in real places, wrestling with big questions about life, faith, and what it all means. So next time you crack open a Bible, remember, you're reading a conversation that's been going on for thousands of years. And the writers? Well, they were as human and as curious as you and me.